join me in welcoming the rest of Almanac Drops.
Hey!
Want to take a jump? Hi. What's up? He doesn't normally look like that, folks.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah.
Hey! So we're Almanac Drops. John's apparently having an allergic reaction to something right now. You have an EpiPen if anybody has it. Sneak it up later.
Or a tetanus shot, apparently.
EpiPen.
Yeah.
EpiPen.
Pry it open. All right, so
We are Almanac Drops.
how fun was that?
Incredible.
Real
That's our
Friday.
show. Thank you very
Real
much.
Friday.
Yeah, we are Almanac Drops, and we're gonna do some stuff for you. But to get started, excuse me, what is the first letter of your middle name?
A.
A. Great. What do you guys want to give me the name of an object that is not a food that starts with the letter A?
Anchor. Is that what I heard?
Heard anchor. Gotta be quicker on the draw, guys.
Okay.
I didn't calculate.
Gonna work for the show tonight.
There's a large rock and an old anchor that's covered in barnacles and it's wedged into the sand. And there's a palm tree.
Right over here, there's a shovel, and there's a hole in the ground. So the hole in the ground has been shoveled out up to a point. Can't see anything in there. It looks like it's still in the act of looking for something in there, but you can tell that shovel and that hole have something to do with each other.
On the palm tree carved into the bark, there's like some chicken scratch, a whole big column of chicken scratch numbers.
You can see that there's a rucksack, like one of those ones that you would see from like somebody who was in the army in the 50s. It's got a little bedroll, a sleeping bag, some pots and pans that are hanging off the side of it. It's flipped open, and you can just see there's a lot of like filthy, dirty clothes that have just kind of been like packed and unpacked, ruffled up inside. They're kind of hanging out of the top.
There's a copy of the board game Clue. It's all set up here in the sand, and it appears to be in mid-game with 3 players.
Behind the palm tree, you can see there's a pile of just refuse, food waste, coconut husks, banana peels, mango pits, and then there's actually just like a couple of dead birds that are thrown in there too.
We brought a beach chair.
And you gotta figure the guy's got money. I mean, he's a colonel, but back in those days, I think, like lords would be the officers, lords, landowners, wealthy people in England.
It's just sometimes I wish I was a real detective.
Right?
It's like solving the same crime every time. It's like you already know it's gonna be one of 7 people. It's like where's the challenge? Like I wish.
Hey, Bart, don't sell yourself short. It was your detective skills that got the 3 of us here in the first place, and we're gonna find that treasure.
Nah, you're right, Marty. You're right. It's just sometimes I get my head wrapped around a puzzle. Or, like I get to the gears just get to spinning, and then the next thing I know, it's just all consuming, and
Yeah.
I just want to figure it out.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Bart. You too, Nikolai. That Miss Scarlet, huh?
Hachi machi.
Oh
boy, oh.
I'd let her murder me in a second.
Right?
That's right, huh?
Miss Scarlet is definitely the one that I would bang. Out of all of them. Miss Peacock,
She looked like
Sure.
she got a stick up her ass, you know?
You think?
Like she didn't look like she'd be that much fun, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of think that's just a front, you know? I think that's just a careful exterior that she's created, you know, because she's an amateur crime solver, you know, detective, an amateur detective, and I think dealing with the police force on the one hand, and with murderers, you know, on the other, you know, it makes someone cautious about how they present themselves to the world. And I think in her case, she's created a sort of shell to protect herself from others. But I think deep down, Miss Peacock, I think deep down, has a very soft heart.
Wow, that's real profound, Marty. You know, that's the one mystery I don't think I'll ever solve, is the mystery of the human psyche.
Yeah,
You know?
You know what I
Tell
don't
me about
understand? Like, they've got these weapons they would use to kill people. Like, I can see using a gun or a rope or a knife, but the lead pipe. Nobody uses a lead pipe to kill people.
Well, you ain't never hit nobody with a lead pipe before,
I've
Nikolai?
never killed anybody.
Well, I never killed
Nikolai,
nobody.
anything could be a weapon.
Right.
Anything.
But that's so lazy. Like a Garrett, that makes sense. A tank. Why don't they have tank as an option? Tanks kill a lot
You
of
would
people.
destroy the whole mansion if you drove a tank through it.
Yeah, it would be really obvious who the murderer was.
Right.
Nikolai.
It's the guy in the tank with the,
guy in the tank,
in the
the
room
one-
that has the tank in it.
Yeah, it's hard to be subtle.
How would you even move the pieces around the board? There'd be a tank in the room.
It would ruin the board, Nikolai.
Not to mention, have you ever seen what a tank can do if you shoot somebody with it? There'd be no corpse.
Jesus Christ, Nikolai! You want to ruin our fucking board?
Hey, boss.
That's the only entertainment we got on this island! That's the only goddamn entertainment we got!
Nikolai! That's the 8th time this week we've gotten in a fight over Clue.
Poison.
But like poison.
Poison would be a good
All right,
one.
poison's a good one.
Poison would be a
should
good
in
one.
the game.
Or a giant boulder.
You know, I just want to say, Professor Plum, he's crafty because he's smart, you know?
Well, he's a professor.
He's a professor.
He's a learned
He's
man.
a learned man.
It's a shame when you see somebody use their education in such a negative way.
That's why I never went to college. I was afraid people would assume negative things about me, like I was shifty or couldn't be trusted, you know?
Huh, that's interesting you say that, Bart. Huh. I considered college myself.
Oh yeah? How come
Yeah.
you never made it?
Nah, just, you know,
Just didn't feel it?
Yeah, I just, you know, once I got out of high school, it was kind of like, yeah, you know, yeah,
That was
pretty
it.
much. That was about it, yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Someday, maybe, you know, we ever get off the island. I mean, hey,
What good would a college degree do?
no, we should have a university on the island. We should start our own. Huh? I could give you a degree.
No, we've been through this before, Marty. I don't want you guys to think I'm some shady professor knowledgeable type. I mean, I could be the janitor at the university.
Maybe a certificate.
It's just that I sense, Bart, I sense that deep down you have some insecurity about your lack of higher education. Huh?
I mean, it's like I was saying before with the solving the puzzles and the mysteries. You know, I just know that there's some potential that's locked up in there, and if I could just figure out how to put the pieces together, then maybe I would be able to do things like figure out who murdered people in Clue.
You could go to college for forensic science.
Yeah,
We could have that as a program.
at the island university.
Yeah,
It's a 5 square mile island, guys.
you're right. We should have some sort of like aeronautical engineering program there too.
You guys see a dot on the horizon? Or is that my imagination?
No. I think you got something, Marty.
Maybe a tiny speck on the horizon. Hey! 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 Shit. Yeah, well,
Maybe it was a whale or something.
yeah, probably. But I'll tell you, you know, one of these days, I feel like we're about halfway there. We've been here 5 years. You know,
Oh, I see the spot.
I think we've dug holes in about half of the island. I think 5 years tops, we're going to be wealthy men. We're going to get rescued. You know? And then you can fulfill your dream of getting your graduate degree.
Can I just, there's a thing I've been wanting to bring up with you guys for some time now, and I've been kind of nervous about it because I don't want you guys to think that I'm overanalyzing the situation we got going on here, but let's just say hypothetically that map that you found in that book at the library 6 years ago was a real treasure map.
Like you said.
And not just, you know, like a picture that they put in a book to make it seem fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say we find, you know, the treasure that we assume is on this particular island.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we was to get that treasure out of the ground, we could still die here because we have no way to go home.
Well, with the treasure,
Hypothetically, I suppose that's possible.
we could use the treasure to buy a boat.
Yeah, we could buy whatever we want with
No,
the
I know, we
treasure.
talked
treasure
about
from
this.
college.
In the planning
Right.
stages of this expedition, we did talk about that.
You know, there's going to be enough money. We could all get higher educations.
Yeah.
We could open up our own, you know.
We could get tanks.
We could get tanks.
Let's put the tanks on hold for a second.
Put the what on hold?
Put the tanks on hold for a second because I just feel like it's an avenue we can explore later. But I'm just saying, I mean, what's the good of being rich if we're not gonna survive? I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Ah. You're so paranoid.
Yeah, I guess I just think too much sometimes. You know, it's the gear. Like I was saying, they just once they start spinning, I just get an idea in my head, and I just gotta figure out.
Well, you should go to college.
Hey, you guys, you know I love you guys, right?
Oh, we love you too, Marty.
Yeah, a lot of love.
You probably notice that a lot of mornings I'm not around, and
That
I
happens.
wonder where I'm getting off to.
I just figured you needed some space. I mean, we all sleep under the same palm tree. It's just nice to
Yeah.
get some alone time.
Well, I made somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a real living person?
Yeah. I made her out of coconut.
Oh,
meat.
whoa, her?
Yeah.
Oh,
Marty.
Yeah.
You old Casanova,
Didn't
you.
even know, huh? Takes more than an island to keep you
Yeah, what can I say? Huh?
Tell us what
When
you
you got
did.
it, you got it.
Yeah,
You know?
you know?
Yeah, her name is Susan, and she's really smart.
Does
And
she have any
she's
friends?
supportive. What?
Any friends?
No, she's the only one in her whole family.
How smart are we talking?
She's a lot smarter than I am, I'll tell you that much. Oof, boy, oh boy, she uses these big words.
See, I get nervous. I'm not a conversationalist.
No, I know.
I would be so shy.
That's why I bring it up. I want you, I want you to feel relaxed. If there comes a time when I feel okay about bringing her by or introducing you guys.
You know, I get social anxiety, Marty. I don't know.
Yeah, well, she's sweet though. She's so sweet. Oh my God.
Do you know we can trust her?
Well, yeah. Look, guys, I don't know if you're really hearing me here. I feel like maybe I really love this girl. You know, like.
Oh, that's so
Like
sweet.
maybe I want to marry this girl. I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't bring it up with her, but I can't help it. That's where my heart, my mind goes. It's
Hey,
like,
I didn't expect to feel like this today.
You know, I think we found a real treasure here today, guys.
no.
We found a real treasure.
Thanks, Bart. I didn't know how you guys would take it.
No, I'm happy for you, but she doesn't get like a fourth of the
Yeah, no, there's
treasure.
no way we're cutting her in.
Yeah, she
No,
doesn't.
I take my
no.
third. I share my third with Susan. That's it.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Well, in that case, Mazel Tov. Congratulations
Yeah!
on your new love. I can't wait
Thank
to
you,
meet her.
Nikolai. No, it's just that, you guys aren't gonna, you wouldn't try to move it in on her or anything like that.
What,
Marty, come
No,
on.
no, look, I love you guys. I would trust you guys with my life. In fact, I have.
There's so
And
many
that's
fish
why
in the
I'm here.
sea.
We literally have to trust each other with our
That's
lives.
right,
Yeah.
that's right.
Our very existence depends on the fact that we're all making sure that the others are surviving. We've made that very clear.
Yep.
And none of us has a tank,
Right.
We do not have a tank,
so we're safe.
so, I'm glad to hear you guys.
Well, I got a couple extra coconut husks and dead birds on the last harvest. Do you want to see if maybe she wants to come around sundown for some...
What, today?
Maybe.
Not
Oh, why
today.
not?
It's too soon. Today? Yeah, she's probably got plans. I don't know.
Hey, Marty. You just said you love this girl.
Yeah, I think maybe that's in my heart. I feel like that's...
Hey. Listen, maybe this is a crazy idea. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying, okay? But, you know, it's a small island, Marty.
Yeah.
It's a small island. There's a lot of fish in the sea. But if we go out in the sea right now, we're going to die. Because we have no way of surviving anywhere outside of this island for the near foreseeable future.
The ocean would swallow us up.
So you go to her, Marty.
Yeah.
And you bring her back here and you say, hey, my two best friends want to make you coconuts and dead fish for dinner.
Well, you know, I guess I could. I'll see if she's busy. I will talk about it, and you know, if the time seems right, then I guess I could ask her if she wants to come by for a little snack.
She wasn't by the rocky alcove, you don't think, was she?
I don't know. Why, what's wrong?
Well, a few days ago, I was out by the rocky alcove, and I saw a girl made out of coconuts and husks and stuff. She was just lying there, so I made my move, and things went well. She didn't say anything.
No, Nikolai, you can't be like that.
She didn't say anything.
Nikolai, listen, look at me.
There was a spark.
Whatever you had, you gotta let it go, Nikolai.
I don't want her to
This is dangerous. This is a powder keg. This is gonna upset the island, okay? This is gonna upset the delicate natural balance that we have created on this beautiful and pristine island that is our friendship, Nikolai.
It's gonna be really awkward.
Just play it cool.
Yeah.
She seems like she's a smart girl. I'm sure she can play along.
I can play it cool.
Okay?
I can play it cool.
Marty, everything okay? Cool.
Yeah. Everything okay, buddy?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Susan?
She, I don't know. She's kind of. I think maybe she's not feeling that well or something. Yeah, she might have other plans tonight anyway. I think so.
Oh, she got other plans?
I think so.
Well,
We can all hang out together.
yeah, guys' night. We'll have a guys' night like we do every night.
Right.
Yeah, we can play Clue or something.
Yeah, we can play Clue.
That's a fun game, even if there's no tanks.
Where'd you drop the tanks?
That just seems like a really good murder weapon.
You had a...
Guys, no, I'm losing her. Something's different. There's something different. Look at her eyes. I mean, it's like all of a sudden, I don't know, things were going so good. And then suddenly, she's just distant. She's not as affectionate as she used to be. She's just, her mind is elsewhere, and I think she's gonna break up with me.
Listen, Marty. Look, we've been on this island for 5 years.
You know how women are.
And in that time, you want to know one thing I've learned?
What?
You know people.
I do. I could make it my.
You know people. You know how people think.
People,
you read
person.
people like a book.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
And you know what? If you think that she's not responding in a way that she feels comfortable, that you feel comfortable, you gotta communicate, Marty. You gotta let her know how you feel.
I just gotta talk to her.
You gotta talk
I just
to her,
gotta be
Marty.
more open
You
about
gotta
my
be
feelings,
honest.
maybe, you know.
Maybe this is me talking out of my ass, Marty, but it feels like honesty is what's needed here.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Bart. You know, sometimes I'm a bit of a closed book, despite my, innate ability to read others. Sometimes I keep myself a little to myself, you know.
You know, it's
right.
natural, you know? It's natural to be sheltered on a deserted island.
You should go to her.
Go to her, Marty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what, you guys? I'm gonna ask her to marry me.
Be brave, Marty.
We're pushing
Okay.
for you.
Come on,
All
Marty.
right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys. Wish me luck.
You are so lucky that ship captain died when we were getting here, okay? Because otherwise he was going to get married to that coconut woman. Thank God we don't have a legal officiate on this
How
island.
was I supposed to know? He didn't say anything until today.
We got a serious issue here. Okay, Nikolai, all right? Now he's going to go bare his heart and soul to that woman, if he comes back heartbroken, you're gonna have to explain yourself.
Absolutely not. Sometimes a lie is the better way to go.
Look, I don't like getting in the middle of things like this, but it's the honest thing to do. If you won't tell him, I'm gonna have to.
Oh. I'd rather I'd be the one to tell him.
Well, then I'm giving you one shot. If you can't do it, I'm gonna have to step in.
Okay. I'll do it.
What do you get a coconut woman for a wedding gift?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Something like a shave.
I'd imagine. Marty,
Hey guys.
looking a little chipper there. Is
Oh yeah?
Susan gonna join us for dinner tonight?
No, she might be alright a little later on. Say, you guys got any plans for this Sunday?
Well, I was gonna sit on the beach and
I was thinking it's just.
stare longingly into
Yeah.
the ocean.
Oh, okay,
shoveling
well, I
the
mean, I
snow.
understand if you're busy, but,
You know, I could push some things around.
Yeah,
What's
I
going
can
on?
rearrange my calendar.
well, I thought you might like to attend my wedding ceremony. She said yes!
Come here, you son of a bitch! Oh!
I've never been so happy in my whole life. I love you guys.
That's
and
great, right?
I'm thinking,
Great.
do you know who I want to be the best man at my wedding? You, Bart.
Marty, I would be honored.
And you, Nikolai.
Both of us.
best man!
That's right.
We're gonna have to get a bachelor party together.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, what a happy.
Oh, you guys, she really. You know, it's cliche to say it, but I don't know. It's like I'm more of me when I'm with her. Like I'm more as a person. I'm more of a person.
You know, you see this Marty?
I know
This
exactly.
Marty here? I like this Marty. This is the Marty I like.
Know exactly
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I like this Marty a whole lot too.
Yeah, she makes you feel like a whole man. She makes you feel
Hey.
like everything's okay.
However, she did have one little stipulation. She says 4 people on the island, 1 treasure, 4 ways. That's all there is to it, you guys. So, no, I mean, this is the woman I'm marrying. So, I don't fair is fair, right? Yeah. No, guys, think about it. There are 4 of us on the island. She'll be helping us, over the next 5 years of digging.
Nikolai's been fucking Susan on the background, behind your back. He's been sleeping with Susan.
I'm saying it's fair is fair. She'll be helping with
No,
digging.
you shouldn't
And
get married to Susan.
1/4.
I think
He's
you're-
been the
you're a
one
bad-
fucking her. It's
you're a
been
bad-
him.
You're a
He's-
bad couple.
He told me that he went
bad
out
couple,
and
you
did it
don't
with
belong
her.
Wait,
together.
what are you saying? Did I hear you?
He did
You're
it.
kidding, right? This is a joke? This is some guy's sick joke!
That was our
Fucking
one.
kill you, man!
That was our
No,
one
no.
beach here, Marty, and you threw it in the ocean like
I'll
an idiot.
fucking kill you, Nikolai!
I got a tank.
It's not a
Do you really have a tank, Nikolai?
Nikolai, that's a lead
I
pipe.
can't lie to you.
That's a lead pipe.
It should be a tank.
Wait, have you been thinking tank when you meant to say lead pipe this entire time?
It's not a tank.
That's a lead pipe. Nikolai.
I got it! Colonel Mustard with the lead pipe in the library.
Open it up, see if you're right.
Oh.
Ah!